LeBron James walks up to a basketball court where five teenagers are playing. He stops, watches for a moment, and steps in. The teens notice him and, curious, ask what he wants. LeBron smiles and proposes a game. If he wins, they give him something he needs. If he loses, he'll walk away. The teens laugh, confident, and accept the challenge. The game is about to begin. LeBron James arrived at the rundown basketball court, the sun beating down hard as five teenagers played a loud and chaotic game. The sound of the ball bouncing off the cracked asphalt echoed through the neighborhood. Adjusting his cap, LeBron wiped the sweat off his brow and stepped onto the court, drawing curious stares from the group. "Yo, old man," one of them called out, spinning the ball on his finger. "You lost or something?" LeBron smirked, pointing toward the group. "Not lost, just looking for something you might have." The boys exchanged glances, intrigued but suspicious. "The only thing we've got here is game," said the tallest one, crossing his arms. "If you want anything, you're going to have to earn it." "I thought you'd never ask," LeBron replied, his grin widening. "Let's make it interesting. I beat you, you hand over what I need. You beat me, and I'll walk away quietly." The teens burst into laughter. "You? Against all of us? By yourself? You sure you don't need a nap first, Grandpa?" LeBron chuckled, ignoring their taunts. "Just say the word." After a brief huddle, the boys agreed to the challenge. It would be LeBron playing solo against all five of them. The rules were simple: first to 11 points wins. The game began, and the teenagers quickly proved their dominance. Their speed and teamwork were overwhelming, and LeBron struggled to keep up. Within the first minute, they scored their first point. "Man, this is too easy," one of them laughed. LeBron bent over, hands on his knees, catching his breath. All right, warm-up's over. Let's get serious." On the next play, he made his move. With a quick fake, he stole the ball from one of the boys and sprinted toward the hoop. Despite his age, he still had a burst of energy, and he nailed his first basket with a clean layup. "Still got a few tricks up my sleeve," LeBron said, winking at the stunned group. The teens decided to up their game, passing the ball quickly to confuse him. But LeBron's experience began to shine. He anticipated their moves, blocked shots, and even pulled off some flashy dribbles that left them scrambling. "You're fast," he said after outmaneuvering one of them, "but speed's not everything. Positioning matters." Despite his clever plays, the game was a grind. The teenagers' relentless energy wore him down, and soon the score was 10-8 in their favor. They needed just one more point to win. One of the boys, confident he'd seal the victory, drove to the basket. But LeBron, summoning every ounce of strength, jumped and blocked the shot. The ball bounced back into his hands, and he sprinted to the three-point line. Sweat poured down his face as he stood there, the group closing in on him. He knew this was it. Taking a deep breath, he launched the ball into the air. Time seemed to freeze as it spun toward the hoop. Swish! The ball fell cleanly through the net, and LeBron threw his arms into the air. "And that, boys, is how you win a game," he said, grinning despite his labored breathing. The teenagers stared in disbelief before breaking into laughter. One of them walked over, holding an envelope. "Respect, old man. You earned this." LeBron took the envelope, shaking the kid's hand. "You guys are good. Keep playing. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll see you in the NBA." As he walked away, still catching his breath, one of them called out, "Yo, you're still in shape, but you're gonna need ice for those knees tomorrow." LeBron laughed, waving back without turning around. The envelope in his pocket felt heavier than it should, but he was ready for whatever came next. Magic Johnson strolled into the small neighborhood basketball court, his presence instantly commanding attention. The court was buzzing with the sound of sneakers squeaking against the asphalt and trash talk flying between a group of five teenagers. As the sun began to set, its warm glow made Magic's smile seem even more radiant. "Yo, is that Magic Johnson?" one of the teens whispered, his eyes wide. "Nah, no way," another said. But the group quickly fell silent as Magic approached. "Evening, fellas," Magic said, his voice smooth and friendly. "Heard this is the place to find some competition." The tallest of the group, clearly the leader, stepped forward, spinning the basketball on his finger. "What's a legend like you doing on a court like this?" Magic chuckled, pulling an envelope from his jacket pocket. "I'm on a little scavenger hunt." Word is, you've got the next clue. I'll play you for it. The teens exchanged surprised looks before bursting into laughter. You? Against all of us? You might have been great back in the day, but we're young, fast, and hungry, the leader said, smirking. Magic raised an eyebrow, still smiling. Oh, is that right? Well, let's find out. First to 11. If I win, you give me the clue. If you win, I'll throw in 200 bucks. He pulled a crisp wad of cash from his pocket and waved it playfully. The boys huddled, their whispers filled with excitement. $200. Against an NBA legend? It was a win-win in their minds. All right, old man, the leader finally said. Let's see if you still got it. The game began, and the teens came out strong. Their speed and youthful energy gave them an early lead, scoring 2 quick points. Magic smiled, clapping his hands. Okay, I see you. Let's turn this up. On the next possession, Magic showed why he was one of the greatest. He faked a pass that sent 2 defenders stumbling and glided to the hoop for an easy layup. Whoops, he said, winking at the stunned teens. The game became a back-and-forth battle. The teens relied on their speed and teamwork, while Magic leaned into his basketball IQ, using slick no-look passes and clever footwork to outmaneuver them. At one point, he spun past a defender, made a behind-the-back dribble, and sank a shot from the free-throw line. You call that defense? He teased, laughing. The score was tight, 8-8. The teens, starting to feel the pressure, began to play rougher. One of them tried to shove Magic as he went for a rebound, but he stood his ground, grabbing the ball with ease. You're going to need more than that to stop me, Magic said, his tone playful but firm. The leader of the group managed to score, bringing them to 10 points. They were 1 basket away from victory, and the boys were already celebrating. You're good, Magic, but it's over, the leader taunted. Magic just smiled. Game's not over until it's over. On the next play, he intercepted a sloppy pass and dashed to the 3-point line. Pausing for a moment, he looked at the basket, then back at the teens, who were rushing to block him. Showtime, he said softly, releasing the ball with perfect form. The ball sailed through the air, spinning gracefully, before dropping through the net with a satisfying swish. The court fell silent for a moment before erupting in cheers and groans. Magic raised his arms, grinning ear to ear. 11-10. That's how you close a game. The leader of the group approached, shaking his head in disbelief. Man, you still got it. Respect. He handed Magic the envelope, and Magic slipped it into his pocket. You boys are good. Keep playing, and maybe I'll see you on a bigger court someday. As Magic walked away, the leader called out, Hey, Magic, don't spend that 200 bucks all in one place. Magic turned, his smile as bright as ever. Don't worry, kid. I'll save it for the next time someone thinks they can beat me.